Alright, we're back with the 986 race car, and I got something special for you today. What could it be? Stay tuned, keep watching our series.
So we're back here with the 986. I put some big rims on it. I showed it on Instagram. They're 19s, 10 inch in the back, staggered, and 9.5 or 8.5 in the front. 235, 35, 19. So when I put them on, there was a little extra weight because I was using these wheel spacers. So as you can see, there's two sets of lug nuts on here. What this is this block where the lug nuts are in. These are the original Porsche lug nuts that I had on the Porsche rims. So when I did that, and this was heavy, I blew through these. Oh, that's still hot. I blew through these tie rods. You see the tie rods not supposed to move like this. I'll show the other one in a minute. It was so bad, it was disgusting. So what I did was, this was bolted up in here. This is how you remove the tie rod. Basically, all the tie rods are the same. So this connects to the steering stem here. This is the outer tie rod. This line is the inner tie rod. And under this boot is called the steering rack. That connects to the steering stem. The piece comes down, and then that goes to the steering wheel. So when you turn the wheel to the right and left, you see how this is, the wheel would turn here, right and left. The whole wheel will spin, and that's the tie rod. So there's a bolt, it goes in here, and there's a bolt, and what you're going to do is you're going to slide it through this hole, and then you're going to put the bolt on it and lock it down. Some have a castle nut. These don't have a castle nut. They have a locking head nut. So fortunately, this is the old one, and this is the new one, and they are exactly the same brand. I got lucky. So I don't really feel like I need an alignment until I do some more work. We'll see. Because wherever you break this nut from, all you have to do is break this nut free. That's the adjustment nut. And then spin the tie rod and then put it on, and it'll kick the wheel in and out. So I'm gonna have a sleeve. This might be the sleeve right here. Break this, undo this and stick it back, and you can move this sleeve in and out. After you break this nut, turn this with a special tool. It has two hooks on it. And then that's how you get what's called the toe. So if your wheel's straight, if your steering wheel's straight but your wheel is like this, but your other wheel's straight, then you can adjust it in a little bit till it's flat again. That's called the toe. So this would be towed in, and then this would be towed out, and straight would be in spec toe. So we're gonna put the new tie rod on. I only took it off from here. We're gonna connect it back on the same way we just connected it off, because it's the exact same brand. I think we're gonna be very, very close, like I said, to the alignment connection. The other one came off pretty easy. This one was a little bit harder. I'm gonna show you here. It's still hot. So you see in this one, there's like a star head in the top right here. So you're supposed to put a star head or a Torx in here. It was a 40T. And then there's a bolt down here, it's an 18. So you get this off with an open wrench while you're holding it. I'm gonna show you how it works. So I had the 18, here was the bolt, right? Here was the bolt, right? See, the bolt was on there. We're gonna pretend the bolt's on. I'm down here on the bolt. And then the Torx goes in. So you hold the Torx in place, and then that'll help you so you can crank this backwards to get the bolt off. Then the bolt comes out. So you're right here. You're turning this backwards, and you're holding the socket in. You're holding the socket here. and you're cranking this backwards. And then you have to lift up a little bit, readjust it, and crank it backwards. Unless you have ratcheting wrenches, but some of these are pretty tight. I don't like to put a lot of stress on my ratcheting wrenches, so I just kind of go with it, you know. I'm sure there's other ways. I tried to use the gun, but it was on there too much. So then I had to use this, MAP gas or propane. I'm not condoning anyone to use this unless you use it correctly, ask somebody, get a class or something. You know, I don't want anyone to get hurt. So I turned this on, clicked it, got a little flame, and I heated this up. The reason I heated this up is because the metal gets soft. The more you heat this up, the metal gets softer, but you gotta watch. You see here a little bit where I melted a little bit of this wire. Thank God it didn't go all the way through. Just got a little bit wet. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's the old junk. Who cares? So now we're gonna twist this one on, right? This is the tie rod. Remember, the steering components. Everybody can go fast. Everybody wants to make horsepower, but if you don't have the steering components, you know, what fun is that? You know. So that last one is down, so I'm gonna go up. And then we're gonna screw this tight. That should be about where it's at. Now this one is very hard to move. This is very hard to move, not like this. This I can move with my thumb. You don't want to do that. This I cannot move with my thumb. So we're gonna line this up. And we're gonna stick this through. Right here. So this needs to be more at an angle. There it is. There it is. You see it popped up here? See it popped up here? So this one doesn't have a catch on it. The other one has a catch on it, so you can put the Torx in and take it off, but that's alright. And you see this one? This is called a locking washer. You see this plastic on top? Starts to, it's a little thinner than what this side is. So when it gets up to here, it grabs onto the threads on the top here and it locks on like Loctite. So you can only use these, like they say, one time. You can make your own adjustment. I mean, I've used one more than once, but you can tell when this is starting to rip out, you don't want to use this anymore. You want to be safe. I mean, we make Disturbing Creations and we make custom stuff, but we want to be safe. You know, if it's custom, we still want to go with. We want to be able to make stuff tomorrow too. So we're gonna put this on, and then I'm gonna hit it down with the gun and zip it in. This is a 21, so they're actually reverse thread. So this is gonna go backwards this way to tighten. So if you're trying to take this tie rods, if you're trying to take it off reverse, you're probably not doing the right thing, because these go this way. I know it's weird, but this is the reverse thread. Let's get this all together. We're gonna be driving well. I'm gonna tighten all this up, and we're gonna put the big rims on.
So just because you made it this far, I got a little joke for you.
And we're gonna be sticking out. There might be some body kit coming soon for the Outster. I don't know. On the Boxster today. I wish I had the other tie rod to show you how floppy it was. It was really disgusting. But one more step closer to getting the job done. Body kit's coming next week, so stop in and see us. All right, thank you. Bye.